Okay, so we're continuing on with the lesson. So if I can have my scribes come and get their boxes, and let's get into our groupings. Okay, are we all situated? You need to be facing your group. Ashley, you okay? You sure? All right. Okay. Once we are in our groupings, we've gone through our box. Everybody has their roll cards. Okay. So everybody knows what their role is for today. Great job. So give me a pyramid to let me know that you are ready to go. Show me a pyramid. So I see that group 2's ready to go. Group 4, group 1. 1's ready to go. Group 3. Okay. Group 4 and group 2. Okay, so we're all set. Okay. With that being said, so I'm going to run through this kind of quickly. So we talked about diagnosing. Math doctors talk. I'm going to go into that in a little in depth. So you're about to go through your resident rounds and independent surgery. So you're going to work on some problems that are on your clipboard for today. So real quickly, what's on your clipboard? Your exit ticket is the first thing that you should see. Your name should be on it. On the back of your exit ticket are the problems that you're going to see on the board in case you need to look at them rather quickly in your face. The next thing is on here is math strategies listing. So because today I'm going to throw you a monkey wrench. Yeah, I like doing that. You'll see. So the monkey wrench is basically, you might have thought you were going to do one thing, but I'm actually going to ask you to do something different. I know. Ooh. Okay. So you have your math strategies listing. On the back of your math strategies listing, you're going to see your student rubric that you're going to utilize to see whether you're getting all the points. Because remember when I talked to you before about MCAT, don't leave any points on the board. And just think about this like a doctor. Would you want a doctor that's a one-star doctor or a 4-star doctor? 4-star doctor. Right. You want to be with the doctor that is doing everything that they can to make you better or to save your life, right? Yeah. Okay. So that is what we have for today. You will notice that on your exit ticket, I'm just going to run through it real quickly. At the end, this is personal to you. We are going to diagnose the problem. So one of the math problems, you're going to tell me, I chose number 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever math problem you chose, you're going to write, that was the math problem I chose. And you're going to tell how you solved it, or you could possibly do it on another sheet. You're going to talk about what strategy did you use. And then you're going to tell me, why did you pick that strategy? Then you're going to rate your confidence in the strategy. And then you're going to tell me, this is a reflection question, what will you do better next time? Or what will you do? Yes, what will you do better next time? And then, as always, we talk to Miss Owens on the paper. We use a star, a smiley face, a confused face, or a caution sign to talk to Miss Owens on the paper to let her know whether you were actually confused by what we were doing or whether you absolutely had it. So at the end of the day, this is how Miss Owens figures out which small group to put you in, what group I want you working with. Okay, does everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. All right, so with that being said, so everybody knows their roles. We know what we're supposed to do. We've been doing this all year. Here you're going to follow the procedure. The procedure is, everybody listening, read the math problem all together. So when you're in your groupings, you're going to read this problem all together. You're going to discuss the possible strategies. The navigator's going to be your guide. You're going to choose the best strategy, and then you're going to kind of have to explain why. So you know how Ms. Owens has been having you use Bloom's taxonomy math talk to be able to say, I remember that this strategy worked because of this. I can use this concept to solve by this. A real life example of this would be, if I apply what I know about this, I can find this. So you can use these sentence stems in order to help you to be able to write and communicate math-wise. Then the scribe is going to write what everybody's kind of talking about. You're going to come up with one solution, and then you're going to write down why you chose that strategy. The inspector is going to check the math solution. The researcher is going to support it with what we already know, what's written. And the communicator is going to prepare to be able to explain it to the class. This is nothing that we haven't done all year long, but this is what we're doing today. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay. And here I want you talking like a math doctor. We just went over it a little bit. I noticed that. My strategy was to do this. I disagree because another way we could solve this is, and the math shows that. So you're going to have to use one of these math stems to kind of help you to do what you need to do. And be accountable to each other. Remember, we already have our groups. Get along, respect others, on-task behavior, use quiet voices, participate, stay in the group. So make sure that you are doing all of the things that we do in order to be great teammates. And your rubric is going to talk about strategy selection, the work that you show, the explanation of the strategy, and your math accuracy. That is right on your rubric. And I want you all to use that rubric because the rubric will tell you how you get the maximum amount of points, whether you're a 4-star doctor or a 1-star doctor. And what you're going to turn into me, it says group worksheet, but I just scrapped that. You're going to turn into me your exit ticket. That exit ticket page is all I need today because it has everything that I want from you. All right, so with that being said, we're going to start with problem 1. So let's all turn to problem 1, which is on the back of our exit ticket. And everybody get started. So notice here, remember I told you I was going to throw you a monkey wrench. First I said I wanted one strategy. I want you to pick 2 different strategies that you could possibly use to solve that problem. So look at your math listing. Trinity, be okay? Look at that math listing that you have on your clipboard that has all kinds of strategies going on. So I would like for everybody to pick 2 different strategies. And you're going to have to justify each one. But I want one solution or one answer. Okay, let's go. Everybody, hold on. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay, let's go. We're good to go.
Okay. Communicator, you read the problem.
A class collected 367 pencils. They want to put them into pencil boxes. They that hold 8 pencils each. How many full boxes can they make, and how many pencils will be left over?
Okay. You can read that.
A class collected 367 pencils. They want to put them into pencil boxes that hold 8 pencils each. How many full boxes can they make, and how many pencils will be left over?
Julia, read the last time.
An area rug measures 6.25. Them into pencils boxes that hold 8 pencils each. How many full boxes can they make, and how many pencils will be left over?
Good job. Okay.
Now that we have read the question, what strategy or what what's it called?
Operation.
Yeah, operation. What operation do y'all think we're gonna need for this?
I think we need division and subtraction because
Okay.
it's a leftover and also it's a each.
So since y'all think it's division and subtraction, we have to find a strategy, 2 strategies to use.
Good job, you guys.
Alright, y'all. So a class collected 367 pencils. They want to put them into pencil boxes that hold 8 pencils. How many full boxes can they make, and how many pencils will be left over? That wouldn't work, Xavier, because subtraction, like you can do repeated subtraction, but you can't keep doing it. That's going to take forever. So I would just recommend just doing division. And plus, division is like a fancy way for subtraction.
Okay, so we got one. That was like put it bigger.
2. He said.
Okay, now
Multiple 4.
Hey, why don't we do redraw by 2? Because it says three boxes.
Ashley, do you need help? You need help? You want to go over in Jazzy's group?
1 and 4.
Okay. Are you understanding? A little bit. What are you not clear about? So problem 1 says a class collected 367 pencils. They want to put them into pencil boxes that hold 8 pencils each. How many full boxes can they make, and how many pencils will be left over? So what you're supposed to be doing with this group right now is you're supposed to be over there thinking, what strategy would you use? Right? And then after you figure out the strategy, which they're already working on, then you figure out how you're going to solve it, okay? All right, so go ahead and go over there. If you need someone to translate for you, let me know. I'll let you go over and be with Jasmine, okay? All right.
Yeah.
But we gotta go B.
Okay, I'm going to give us about 3 more minutes. By now, you should be done with at least one strategy. One strategy.
38.
Well, how long will we go?
So tell me why you chose to do multiples.
We're doing the same thing we did yesterday.
Okay.
We saw like it kind of matched.
Okay.
Because there was no number of the boxes in that one. So there was no number of the boxes in the one you did yesterday. So
Okay.
same thing.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Miss Owens is going to, hey, 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. 1, 2, eyes on you. Good job. So what I'm going to have you do, hey, what I'm going to have you do right now is just do one strategy, right? And then we're going to do our gallery walk. Then after that, you're going to come back and solve it with a second different strategy. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Huh? Right. Right.
Why is the 9 right there? Wait, can you go right there where it
Because there's two strategies.
I don't want to be naughty.
Alright, so that number is going to have 2 different
I was thinking 8 boxes and then spread it out, but that's not going to work because it's 360. It could work, but it would take a little more time. So, how should we do it?
So what made you guys, it looks like you're doing a tape diagram. What made you choose that strategy?
We're doing draw a model because I feel like it would be a little bit easier for us to do draw a model because the rest of these on here would take a little bit more time.
And we can also show our work.
And we can show our work a little bit better.
Okay. I like that.
I honestly thought we should.
Okay, so far, what strategy have you guys chosen?
Long division.
Long division. Okay, what made you choose that strategy?
Because it seemed like a division sentence.
Okay, tell me why it's a division sentence.
Because it
Because
Hold on, one at a
how
time.
many goes into each.
Okay. Do you all agree with him?
yes.
Okay.
Or a larger
How
number
many
than
pencils will be left over?
Okay.
and I have a larger number than.
Okay. All right, does that make sense to you? No? Okay, tell me what's not making sense. So would you use division to do this problem? Yeah, so that makes sense, right? Okay. All right. Make sure that you're explaining exactly what you're doing step by step so that all the team members are able to participate, okay? Good job, you guys. Okay, are we done with answering our first problem? Yes. Okay, so hold on. Which team is not done? Okay, my 2 teams in the back. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to solve it. Okay. All right, so tell me what strategy you guys chose.
Long division.
Okay.
Because parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and we use one of the parts from PEMDAS, which is division.
Okay. All right.
And we're going to be using the redraw right. And the redraw right, it's going to be more descriptive.
Yep.
I want it to be more descriptive than this.
Okay. All right, we'll see that next. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. You need to be over with your group. left. 2 minutes. One minute left. 1 minute. Okay, time is up. Let's stop talking in 5, 4. Good job. All right, so we know how we do our gallery walk. This group goes to that group, checks out their work. This group moves to that group. This group moves to this group, and you guys move this way. It's time to switch. Remember, you're giving them a star, a smiley face, a confused face, or a caution sign. Everybody needs to stay with their group. So tell me what you think they did wrong. So don't be loud.
What they did wrong was, wait, hold on. I might be wrong. Let me go back to the So, wait. Oh, yeah, I did do it wrong.
Okay.
Oh, I know. All right. So I did it wrong.
Maybe.
But at the same time, this is still wrong because 36 can't. So like that would be 4 because 8, 16, 24, and 32. That they put 9 instead of 4. So yeah, it's still wrong.
Okay, so what are you going to give them? A star, smiley face,
I'll
confused,
put-
or?
See, they got the remainder part right. So I'll put a smiley face.
Okay.
I'm being generous today.
Okay. All right. So let's switch.
They use waffles, so this one is different.
Interesting. Okay.
But I think is that they did not look carefully for the keywords in the
So what were the keywords that would have made this a better for them to complete, Amari?
leftovers,
Yep.
how many, and from each.
Okay. Good job. All right. Thank you.
How many?
Okay, so tell me what you think about this grouping.
I think it's good. I think they got it right.
But also,
But I have
we have
questions.
questions about it.
So I think they did good, but I do have questions.
Okay. Good job. All right, switch. There's a there's a traffic jam. Okay, so tell me what you think about this group. Are they correct or incorrect?
I think they're incorrect because there's no answer of how many boxes they will use.
Okay.
It is 7. I'll say 40 minus 7.
It looks like it's 45, remainder 7. Okay. All right. So tell me why you think they got it wrong. Uh-uh. Okay.
Well, like, well, they give us.
If you said that they're wrong, you got to know why they're wrong.
I mean, it looks like, to me, it looks like the answer is
367, and then we need to know how many boxes we're going to need to put 8 pencils in each box.
Okay.
It looks like the answer is 7 because you see that at the bottom they have that, but at the top it's like different.
Okay. All right. Switch. By now you should be back to your own group. Let's stop talking. Zantre, close my door. No. Close my door. Okay. And lock it. Okay, let's get back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, and hush. Is everybody back at your own group? Okay, if I can have the communicators come up rather quickly, because we're going to discuss real quick how we got our answers. Noel, come up. No, I want the communicators and the navigators. Everybody else is silent. Communicators and navigators. Let's get together in 5, 4, 3, 2, and hush. So if I can have everybody just stand together with your navigator and communicator. So this one is 45 and with a remainder of 7. This one is 2,946. This is 9 remainder 7. And this is 40 remainder 7. So, tell me how you came to get 40 with a remainder of 7.
So how we got that was we might have did a miscalculation, and we might have not have realized it, we realized it after we did it. So we did a miscalculation. So we realized that, but we were going to put 32, and we found the remainder of 7 because there's nothing that goes 8 can't go into 7.
Okay. All right. Thank you. How did you guys come up with 9 with a remainder of 7?
First, we did 8 divided by 36 to get 32, which was 4. Then we had the 4 left over from 6 minus 2. And then we bring the 7 down and minus 40 to get 5. Well, 5 times 8 equals 40 to get the 9, with a remainder of 7 to get 9 remainder.
Okay, so but hold on. It shows so that's a 4. There's no 5 there. So you're missing information on your sheet. Okay, thank you. So why did you guys decide to multiply?
My team said it would make much more sense, but it's supposed to be division, in my opinion. And
Okay, so as the navigator, right, it is your job to direct them. Okay? All right. So, how did you guys come up with...
Everyone, we are fine. It was the lockdown call was a precautionary measure. The building is safe. We are safe to move around from class to class and area to area. We are fine. Thank you.
Okay, so we have 45 with a remainder of 7 here. How did you guys come up with 45 with a remainder of 7?
So what we did first was we divided, we multiplied 8 by 4 and got 32, and then we subtracted it, and then we got, who wrote that? That. We didn't write that.
Okay,
Somebody
Just keep
wrote
going.
that, but then we subtracted that. We got 4. Then we brought down to 7. Then we subtracted. Oh, I see it now. Then we subtracted 40 from 47 and got the remainder of 7.
Okay, so the correct answer was 45 with a remainder of 7. So kudos to group 2 for their due diligence. So clap it up. Okay. All right. Hey, so let's stop talking. So the strategy that they chose was long division. Because long division, so one of the things that I heard as I walked around was that you looked at the verbiage or the words that were in the word problem, like leftover, equally, and things of that nature, right? Full boxes, how many were left over? So when you look at, remember we have these order of operation sheets that tells us what words go in, what words will signify a particular order of operation. They utilized the correct one. You guys had a miscalculation. So what do you think that you guys did wrong, even though you had the correct way of doing it? Amari.
I know that we're supposed to have the 4, but Tyler said something that completely confused my mind. He erased the 4 and put the 9 somehow because,
Okay, so, but you're a team, so it's not a Tyler thing. It was a team decision, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't blame our teammates. We basically say that as a team, we did not calculate correct. And the reason why we did not calculate correct is because we didn't line our work up. If you had lined it up, I'm looking at it, your 4 or your 9, I don't know what number that is. It looks like a 9.
it's a 9.
Yeah, if that 9 should have been over the 6, because this is 0. 8 can't go into 3, but 8 can go into 36. If you needed to, you could have put a 0 there so that held the place. So that is where your mistake was. Yours was simply that you did not add and subtract correctly. And you didn't do the problem completely fully from what I am able to see. All right, it is time for you guys to go to lunch. So we are going to stop right here. When we come back, we're going to do strategy number 2.